Let me see. Where was that list the doctor gave me? Ah, here it is. Okay, now, what did he say? So like I was telling you, me and Brutus.
Brutus and I.
What?
It's Brutus and I.
You know Brutus?
Nah, it's, just forget it. Forget I say anything.
Anyway, so like he brought this huge peanut butter and jelly sandwich to school. His mama had made it for his lunch. It was like a triple decker. It was huge. Brutus is like this big brute of a guy, so like for him it's nothing at all. He takes one bite out of it and is ready to throw it away. He offers it to me and it took me a half hour to finish it. Never share food.
Oh boy, I can just see yous now. All that peanut butter and jelly all over your face. I bet you's a sight to behold. Knowing you never carry anything around to clean yourself up with. What do you do about that?
Carolyn reached into her purse and gave me some of her tissues. Bring your own napkins or tissues, never share.
That was nice of her. I bet you cleaned her out, what with the way you eat.
Yeah, I guess I did. I got peanut butter and jelly all over myself, not to mention Carolyn.
What say? How'd that happen?
As I was wiping my nose, it got all ticklish. I guess I had some peanut butter or something left in my mouth and on my nose. When I sneezed, it went right onto Carolyn's face. Blow your nose gently. Cover your nose. Germs can travel up to 8 feet.
Oh boy, I bet she gave it to you for that one.
She slapped me.
You deserved it.
Yeah, I guess so. She was nice. I didn't mean to sneeze on her, though. She got more than she bargained for. When she slapped me, all she ended up doing was getting more peanut butter on her hands.
So what do you do then?
Well, I was out of tissues, so I licked the peanut butter off my hands and went back into class. Lunch was over. Don't put your fingers in your mouth.
You know what, Elmer uses a real class act.
I think so too, Bunson. Him. Excuse me, boys, but may I have your complete and undivided attention, please?
Sure, Jenny, what's on your mind?
Just this. The doctor gave me this checklist so that I could find out how the two of you oh-so-healthy, handsome devils got so sick.
You don't say. Well, what's the good doctor's conclusion? How we come down with this oh-so-mighty illness?
Yeah, Jenny, whose fault is it? First, let me say this. This list identifies 6 items which can cause sickness. 6 points of entry for illness to come into one's life.
6? Wow, I didn't know there was that many. I guess now that you mention it, there are a lot of ways people might get sick. So what is they, Jenny?
Yeah, I want to know, so I can clobber the sucker who made me have to stay in bed for a week. A question first, Elmer. The day of the great peanut butter and jelly exchange, it rained. When you came home from school, what kind of shoes were you wearing? Shoes? It was 80 degrees. We lions don't need shoes when it's that warm out, Jenny. You know that. Even so, in the rain it's best to wear them. My next question is irrelevant. As I've seen your room myself, it's a disaster. The remains of a few dozen snacks lay under your bed.
So what's it all add up to, Jenny?
1. Never share food. 2. Use your own napkins. Never share. 3. Blow your nose gently. Always cover it. Germs can travel up to 8 feet. 4. Don't put your fingers in your mouth ever. 5. Always wear shoes that cover your entire feet when walking in the rain. Finally, 6. Keep your home tidy. Oh!
I think you's in for it now, kid. You's got to climb yourself, which Jenny might expect if yous was strong enough to do it.
It would prove a life lesson young Elmer would never forget. However, I abhor violence. Woo, that's good. However, I knew there would be a catch. Through your own ignorance, you made yourself sick, not to mention Bunson, including Carolyn as well. Brutus didn't get sick. He's in the hospital with pneumonia, Elmer. You got this cold from him in that peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh boy.
Brutus made me sick. He did. Doggone it, I can't even cream him, the big goon. That's not the point I'm trying to impress upon you, Elmer. Then what is the point? You've got to start living better or else you'll go through your entire life making yourself and others as sick as you are now. Ooh.
Truth be told, this ain't exactly the best way to spend a day, is it, Elmer?
Tell me about it. Sick in bed with the two of you versus a day at the arcade playing games. This bites.
We still got 6 more days to go, too.
Hot flashes, cold spells, not able to taste your food, and a temperature over 100, all because you ate someone else's food. It tasted good. It doesn't matter how it tasted. Brutus had already started to eat the sandwich. His germs were all over it. Even if he hadn't started eating it, just his holding on to it made it his anyway. You can't eat other people's food, Elmer.
Listen to her, Elmer. She's only trying to look out for you.
You're not exactly innocent in this either, Mr. Bear.
Me, what I do?
Now you're gonna get a Bunson.
I don't see where I's done nothing to deserve a tongue lashing.
How many times did I see you eating something while you were working on the house? That's not hygienic, Bunson. It's also how you got sick. You and Elmer working together, using the same tools, and then you stop for a break, a snack. The germs on the tools spread into your food and then into your mouth. So now here you both lay, both with colds, both down for a week.
Yeah, sir. When you put it like that, I guess I do need to shape up a little bit myself.
The work is just about done in this house, so consider filing this away for future use.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
The both of you, for the time being, just lay here and rest. And an extra activity will weaken your immune systems. If you do too much, you'll end up just like Brutus. Nobody knows this but me and now the two of you. Brutus is in the hospital. I talked to his mother a short time ago, at length, mind you, about what he was doing while he was trying to recover from his cold. He decided to try and repaint his bedroom.
What? Why did his mom let him do something like that when he was sick?
His mom didn't know what he was up to. She works 2 jobs and had to leave Brutus on his own while she was making money for them to live on.
Oh man, that's just... If we'd have known he could have come over here.
Where would we have put him? We're sleeping in the living room as it is.
We'd have found room.
Darn right we would have. As it is, he's in the hospital because he didn't rest when he should have, and now he has pneumonia.
In both lungs?
Yes, in both lungs. If he's fortunate, he'll recover in maybe a month. A month? In the hospital? Yes, Elmer. Instead of a week in bed, he's looking at maybe a month in the hospital. So what will you be doing this week? I guess I'll be laying in bed playing Uno with you and Bunson.
The guardians of our health, our doctors, nurses, teachers, and parents, are working together to keep us well. All of them must know and agree on the health practices we need at home, in the neighborhood, and at school. This is Joan, getting ready for school. Joan learned at school that it's important to choose the right clothes on a cold day. The temperature is 40, too cold for just a coat. She will need her snowsuit if she wishes to keep well for the Dutch festival. And this is Jim, Joan's brother. They choose wraps to keep all of their body warm. Mother is glad to see Jim looking so well this morning. Their color is good, their eyes alert. They're ready for work or play. Mother needs to get another supply of paper handkerchiefs. Jim's friend George is eating an apple as he waits for them. That is a wise no thank you, Joan. Never share another's food. George has forgotten something that helps keep him clean. It's lucky for George that Joan has an extra tissue to lend him. Some children learn to jump or go around puddles, but George wades right into trouble because he forgot his galoshes. This is Miss May, Joan's teacher. George and Joan are glad to be in school. The children are getting ready for their Dutch festival. Tom has brought the thermometer in so that the children can guess what the weatherman doll should wear today. A raincoat and umbrella? Oh no, a snowsuit and galoshes to keep him warm and dry. It was hard to guess today, but Tom is a good guesser. Or did Mother tell him what to wear? George, you forgot something more important than your handkerchief. You forgot to cover your sneeze, and cold germs travel on your sneeze or cough, you know. Why, cold germs can fly farther than Miss May can blow the feather. Cold germs can fly 8 feet to another child's nose, hand, or food. People who put fingers into their mouths make it easy for cold germs to come to them. No, not that way, George. Blow your nose gently, without pressing the opening of the nostrils closed. That's better. Oh, and your feet are wet. It's easy to catch cold when your body is chilly. You'd better go and see the school nurse. She'll help you. The nurse is examining Mary after her cold. 4 days at home with a cold keeps others from catching it and protects you from serious infections that follow colds.
Now, George, who sent you in here?
Miss May thought I might be catching a cold.
Well, what do you think?
I'm hot and chilly.
Well, did you sleep pretty well last night, and did you feel like getting up this morning? Did your breakfast taste good?
I hardly had time to have my breakfast. I had an apple on the way.
Now blow your nose, George. Oh, not so hard, gently. No pressure on the opening. Now let's look at your throat. Open wide. All right, now you sit down, and I'll take her. You moisten your lips and hold this under your tongue. Oh, your feet are wet too, George. Winnetka, 3, 2, 1. Hello, is it Mrs. Powell there? Yes. Well, this is Miss Wright, Mrs. Powell. George came in to see me a few moments ago with a cold. Yes, his throat is quite red and his feet are wet, too. I do think he'd be more comfortable at home in bed. Well, just a minute, please. Yes, his temperature is 99.8. Well, it is best to consult your physician if it goes over 100, especially during the cold season. Oh, that would be nice of you to call for him. Yes, he'll be right here in my office. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Joan's mother visits school to plan a health program. Joan must learn to take responsibility for keeping herself well. This weather chart keeps Joan alert to weather changes as she marks snowy or rainy days. Dressing this weather doll for outdoor weather helps Joan know what to wear herself. It will be better for Mother when Joan chooses wraps to suit the temperature instead of arguing about what friends wear. Mother and teacher check Joan's health habits. They plan better health practices for home and school. At school, Joan's committee keeps the washroom attractive with soap sponges, brushes, and signs. Others keep the closets neat with boxes for rubbers and hangers for clothes. Another records the temperature and tells us when we need heat or fresh air. One group keeps large drawing pencils scrubbed ready for use.
Those are jobs Joan and Jim could be learning to do at home, too. On Saturdays, they love to help us plan what we're going to do. I'm so glad to get this health record sheet. Your check on Joan's habits at school will help me plan a corrective health program at home. I'm going to find out what kind of health practices we use, and I must check on our equipment to see if we have the materials to carry on the school practices. Thank you for some grand ideas, Miss May. I'm going to visit school again some afternoon when I call for Joan. May I?
Do come often. It is good for teachers and children to have parents visit school.
Next morning, Joan's mother is inspecting the health materials in her home. Each one in the family needs a separate towel and washcloth. Mother has one for Jim and another for Joan, each with his own name. Joan's father made a box for her to stand on. It's no fun washing if you have to stretch or can't see into the basin. And here are new cups. Each can have his own cup now. It prevents catching another's cold. Why, Jim, why are you so cross? Father has taught Joan to spit into the toilet, for spitting spreads disease. Here are the spoons for your cod liver oil, Joan. It's extra sunshine for us in winter and spring. You know, strong bodies can't always keep us from catching cold, but they help us resist a serious illness that may follow colds. Keep away from persons with colds, and keep your hands clean while you're eating. Jim must wash his hands after he pets his dog, but he won't have to go upstairs, as Father has arranged a wash stand downstairs, so Jim will remember to wash. What's the trouble with Jim? He didn't like his breakfast, and he was restless as he slept. He's cross and tired this morning. His throat isn't very red, but his eyes look queer. He'd better stay home today so that Mother can watch him and keep him warm. Joan's mother can't go to the kermis now, so Joan must take the paper bags for the party. Colds are easy to catch during the first 24 hours. Mother must see that Jim covers his coughs and stays away from others. She must sterilize his dishes by boiling them thoroughly in water. Joan's room at school is a busy place, and Joan wants to help get ready for the kermis. But first, she must wash her hands. We must always wash hands clean before handling food. So, Joan takes off her coat, uses plenty of soap and a good lather. She rinses her hands well and dries them thoroughly with a paper towel. In another room, the kindergarten children are getting ready for the kermis. It's best to go to the toilet and wash hands first. Now Joan has her wraps off, her hands are clean, and she's ready to pack the bags for the kermis. The kermis has started. George's friends are selling the flowers they raised. They learn that flowers, like children, need plenty of sunshine, water, good food, and moderate temperature to make them grow. Joan's friends are selling cheese, and they are careful to keep the food clean. Everyone is having a good time, while poor George stays in bed. His careless habits have made Jim miss the kermis too, and Jim is restless in bed. Now he knows it pays to avoid people with colds. But Jim's friends are enjoying the kermis. They learn that Dutch people are clean. Hollanders leave their wooden shoes on their doorstep so that their floors are spotless. The Dutch drink milk and raise their own vegetables and flowers. They keep well. You have seen these children learning to take care of themselves. Now, do you know why George and Jim missed the kermis?
Bunson,
Yeah, kid?
what do you make about all that stuff about sickness and Brutus and peanut butter sandwiches?
Seemed like it made sense to me. I mean, here he is, and there Brutus is in the hospital. The proof is in the pudding, as they say.
Yeah, Brutus made me sick and I made other people sick. Do you think you or Carolyn made anyone else sick?
Could be. Colds, the flu, viruses, whatever. They are really contagious. Anyone can get them. So yeah, we could have and never have known we gave it to anyone.
That's kind of scary. To think that we can get sick and not even know it. That someone we know could make us sick and it's invisible. It just happens.
That's why Ginny read us the riot act about being clean. If we's improve ourselves and not be so sloppy, then we's is less likely to be getting sick.
I guess so.
Something on your mind, Elmer?
It's Brutus.
Yeah, sir. In the hospital.
He's too young to be in the hospital like that. He's the same age as me.
That don't matter none. Illnesses don't care how old you are. They attack the old and young alike. It's not fair. I'll grant you that. It's not right. His mama is doing her best to support those two, and just because of that, he's not washed over proper. If he was, he'd not be where he is now.
He talks about his dad sometimes.
What's he say?
Just that he was mean, a drunk. That he'd yell a lot. That he was glad he was gone. Brutus is a lot happier now that his dad is gone. So is his mom.
Yeah, sir. They is probably better off at that. Still, he's too young to be left alone. This is just one of those situations where the right thing ain't that simple to find. His mama is doing her best, though. Nobody can take that away from her. Who can that be?
Whoever it is really wants in here.
Jenny is out getting dinner, so I'll have to answer it. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. We's was just talking about your boy, Mrs. Bull. How's he doing? How's his youth?
He's not doing well. That's what brought me here. I was just talking to the doctor and he...
Go on, Mrs. Bull. What's going on with Brutus?
Brutus might die and Sylvester might be the only person on Earth who can save him.